balls into an area, yeah, but now you've got someone to hit behind and someone to go long to as well. And I think he's got so much pace and power that he's going to be... It was like Torres when he first started, or I think Suarez was a bit better, to be honest, when he first came in. But he's got so much pace and so much power. It's like you can't slag him because you know he's just going to come good. And he scored a few goals, to be honest. I think he scored about 5 goals this season in the Premier League.
In total, I think he's got about 10. The thing with Nunez is that if we get back to our best at some point, he's going to do exactly what Erling Haaland's doing in terms of not being the unbelievable player that Erling Haaland is. I think Nunez will become really good. But like if you just get him in the correct areas and deliver a good ball, he'll get on the end of it. He needs to calm down because he's missing far too many one-on-one chances.
The one on the weekend against Wolves was shocking.
He needs to put that away to help us in games. But ultimately, he came into a crap team. A team where we don't really know where to play him. One week we're playing him off the left, the other week we're playing him through the centre. Him and Gakpo are interchanging. And the difference with Mane and Salah, they could hit the byline. They had enough pace to get him behind, but they also had a really good hold-up play. They could, play with the back to the goal. And Nunez right now, we're not feeding them enough, and when we are feeding them and we're managing to get him a couple of chances, he's missing them, and that's the big problem.
I think Gakpo signalled to me that when Klopp first came in, he was building a team and building something, building towards a 4-3-3, and then getting Firmino in there, and it was sort of like you could see the spine. I think now we started to go, Gakpo, he looks good, I'll grab him, and same with other players, and it was like with Arthur. Why did he sign Arthur? Was that a panic buy?
It was a panic buy, 100%.
So that's what I'm looking at. I think Klopp's starting to go. And I look at the team, and it's sort of like, there's obviously need a rebuild. I look at your midfield. I think you've a few years ago, that was the best thing about Liverpool. It was functional. It meant your fullbacks could go like that. And now the midfield's not the same. It highlights how bad the fullbacks are at defending.
The thing is with the fullbacks is, they're being told to literally not go past that halfway line at the moment in time because we're too crap in midfield, that they're just overly exposed every single time.
Are you still playing the same 4-3-3 system, or you've been changing it up this season and that's why the fullbacks haven't been the same?
We played 4-4-2, we played 4-2, this like 4-3-1-2 thing.
4-1-2-1-2.
There was 4-1-2-1-2 where Thiago, out of possession, was so high up the pitch and we got absolutely battered 3-0 to Brighton. That didn't work. The thing is Nunez, I think there was a point where Roberto Firmino is so good at what he does that you can't really just go and buy another Roberto Firmino. He's so influential to what Jurgen Klopp's been doing since he got here. And there's no one really like Roberto Firmino. Gakpo, I feel like, could do Roberto Firmino's role. He's not good enough yet to do it. He needs to learn the role. He's really good as a 10 as well. But as a striker, he's coming in, he's got to learn the new system, and he's surrounded by crap players at the moment in time in crap form. It's not going to go well for him. Nunez was weird. We've never had a striker like Nunez since probably like Christian Benteke, Andy Carroll. Christian Benteke didn't last long. He got off because he was crap. He wasn't the way the system fitted. If you lob balls in the box, yeah, sure, but we're not playing to Darwin Nunez's strength. So you talk about you struggling to get goals. Liverpool right now are struggling to finish off chances.
Well, I think at times in your best games, look at Bournemouth 9-0, I think Firmino's probably been your best player in those games, but that thing of inconsistency, and there's been a few plays like that being inconsistent. I mentioned Harry.
Every single player on the pitch.
Yeah, well, exactly. And I look at your midfield a few years ago when you won the league. If it counted, it was behind closed doors.
So if that didn't count, did your win at Anfield count?
No, nothing counted. Nothing counted.
Oh, right, okay.
So I look at that, and then I look at...
So you still haven't won since, when was it? 1999 at Anfield then? Is that what you're saying?
I'd say games count, but titles don't, because it's
right,
just... Nobody can... You want to be there to watch it, don't you?
I say we've won it, but it doesn't feel like we've won it.
I never watched James Rodriguez, so it feels like he never played for Everton, so, you know.
If you want to watch the rest of this video, then make sure you join Toffee TV Premier, when you can get access to all our exclusive shows, including live daily videos. Click the QR code on the screen here.